This is not sped up. This is not altered in any way. This is just a live look at an unbelievable storm here in Iowa. I can't believe some of the stuff that we've been seeing here. Wow. That that rotation is certainly intense. This is a live look from Hall Force 1. You can see it there in the distance. So yeah, right now, not a lot where this tornado is happening, but it's just about to come into Tennent, Iowa. I do want to show you what we're talking about here. Just a massive tornado producing life-threatening damage. Now moving up into Tennent. This is what we're talking about there. Next in line, this thing's going to be able to go up towards Harlan as well. Go ahead, Elijah.
Hey Ryan, just some
Hey Ryan,
bad
so I have a
news
very
on
quick
this
update
tornado
about
that's
the
heading.
Elkhorn tornado. So the American Red Cross and Salvation Army are currently staged at Arbor View Elementary School in Elkhorn, Nebraska.
Okay, thank you so much, Elijah, for giving us that information. Oh my God. Okay, all right. Let's look at this. Unfortunately, I just went to go view the storm on the radar, hoping to find some sort of sign that this thing is about to be over. But I found the opposite. This supercell is. I honestly, guys, I don't know if this is going to be over anytime soon. This looks like it's just now starting to ramp up. So we're about to see this tornado now go through another town here. This time, Tennent, Iowa, looks to be in the crosshairs of a potentially intense tornado that will damage homes. It will tear roofs off of homes and overturn vehicles and take up trees and all that stuff. So please take shelter if you haven't already. And at this point, there's not a lot we can do. I've been hooting and hollering the names of these towns and roads for an hour. All we can do is just hope that people are listening and they're watching this and they are in their safe spots, so they're underground. There's nothing else anybody can do about this.
Harlan, it still looks like it's a wedge tornado on the ground.
If you're in Tennent, this is not a tornado you're going to be able to accidentally survive. You're going to have to try. You're going to have to get underground. You're going to have to protect your head. You're going to have to defend yourself from flying debris.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
And I'm terribly sorry this is happening to you, but if you stick with us here, I'll let you know whenever it's time to come out of that safe spot, the shelter. But hunker down. And of course, there are other warnings right now. Obviously, I hope it makes sense why we're so intensely focused on the tornado warning up here in Iowa, or the tornado emergency, I should say, in Iowa. There are a lot of people's lives are being changed right now from this tornado, and it's going to keep happening. We just need to do everything we can to repeat ourselves and make sure that the message is heard there downstream from this thing. Right now, though, we only have the one, a tornado emergency, and then it does look like the rest of our tornado warnings right now, even though we have 8 of them, are radar indicated. My God. Here's an incredible view of that tornado from Bryce Shelton. And Brett Adair. Next, once again, the Tennent just got hit from this.
Ryan, we got another
tornado.
half mile wide wedge with horizontal vortices doing lots of damage. Headed up towards, I think it's Hendon.
Yep. Tennant, the next in line is going to be Harlan, and areas just to the west of Harlan, Iowa. And
Hey Ryan, look at my feed. It's a video that speaks for itself.
Yeah, this is a great shot of this from Riley from a distance here. This is what's coming for you over there in Harlan, Iowa. I'm hoping that it goes west of town.
Hey Ryan, you got a copy when you have a second.
But it's likely going to go pretty close or somewhere between Portsmouth and Harlan. And once again, this is an extremely violent tornado. This is going to be a tornado that's like remembered in this area for a long time. We'll be talking about this years and years from now. We don't want you to be a part of that story in a negative way. Okay? So we need you to, once again, try to do everything that you possibly can to protect yourself from this deadly tornado that's going through town right now. Who was that just reached out? Caleb. Yeah, go ahead, Caleb. Unbelievable work from the storm chasers today. This is just it's so, like, we know exactly where the tornado is. We don't have to be completely reliant on the radar, even though in a situation like this, the radar is a very good indicator of where it is because the signature is so strong. So we just saw the town of Tennant either get grazed by or take a direct hit from a large tornado. Now the tornado is crossing the road. What is that? M16 here, and we're going to continue to see that go up to the north and northeast between Portsmouth and Harlan. Chandra, let's put Riley in one. And actually, yeah, no, never mind. Keep it. Don't move it. So yeah, the town of Harlan needs to be underground right now. I do want to name out some more towns that'll be impacted by this further downstream. Okay, once again, Westphalia, Kirkman, Erling, Defiance, and Irwin. You guys have a little bit of time. In fact, if this tornado stays on the ground, if this tornado stays on the ground all the way to Defiance, Iowa, for example, you guys probably have a good 30 minutes heads up. Okay, do gather your belongings. All right, get underground, put on a pair of boots, pack an umbrella, do whatever it is that you think you would need to do if your house got significantly damaged from a tornado, and then you had to evacuate in a downpour immediately after. It's an unfortunate situation to be in.
Still observing a lot of horizontal vortices, so it is very, very strong.
But you need to go ahead and prepare so that when this happens, if it does get to you, we're going to sit here and hope to goodness that it dissipates before it gets to you. But let's say that it doesn't. You're going to be so thankful that you prepared now and you didn't wait. Get into that safe spot, slap on a helmet, and bring me with you. And hopefully we'll get through this all right. Once again, a tornado emergency for Harrison and Shelby counties in Iowa. Currently over a field. Okay, we love that. We don't like it whenever it goes through towns and through residential areas. It's over a field, probably not doing much damage to any structures right now at this moment. However, or up here a little bit farther to the north at 1200th Street. You guys are going to be next in line here if you're just to the west of Harlan to receive the impacts of this dangerous storm. That we just got a new tornado warning there. I very quickly want to take you to that one. Big time rotation signature here north and east of Mound City, moving up towards Skidmore, Belgrove,
a new
and
tornado
Maryville.
warning has been issued.
Okay, this is down in Missouri. Okay, so now we're talking about Missouri too. Take shelter down here in Skidmore, Quitman, and Maryville, Missouri. My goodness, another one in Missouri, Iowa. Hopefully, everybody in the town of Harlan, Iowa, is deep underground. And we also need you to be there in Westphalia, Iowa, as well. This thing is. I mean, it's a nasty monster tornado, multiple vortices. It's doing significant damage. This is going to rip the roof right off your house, completely destroy a house if it hits it in the right way. That's the kind of situation that we're dealing with here. And unfortunately, we've been in a situation where we've seen this thing go through a lot of fields and like not have a lot of structures to hit. But if it keeps it up, unfortunately, this area between Westphalia and Harlan is a little bit more populated. We've got some homes out here, especially on 1400th Street up here towards Farm Road 32, and then the area between Westphalia and Kirkland as well is also
Ryan, we're
a more
coming
populated
into
area.
just to the south side of Harlan. From my vantage point, the entire mezzo itself is way larger than a mile wide.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest tornado circulations I think I've ever seen. It's huge. It's huge. And then the actual tornado in there, it's just these recurring vortices that are like popping down at different times, kind of like a merry-go-round. And it's those kind of tornadoes that can sometimes do some of the worst damage, especially if a structure gets hit by one of those vortices. So that's why we're so concerned about this one potentially, impacting some structures up here along Highway 59 and Farm Road 32 between Westphalia and Harlan. If you're just now tuning in, we are talking about Iowa right now. I know I glance over at chat every once in a while, and I know we've got people pouring in. There's a Harlan town in every state, it seems. This is Harlan, Iowa. Okay, Westphalia and Kirkman, Iowa. This is where we're concerned about the potentially catastrophic tornado that's occurring right now. Hopefully, everybody in Harlan is still underground. That's a very close call there. I do believe the vast majority of the circulation went to the west of town. This is a live look from Chris Hall of the storm that's continuing to